Let's go out on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline and talk hockey. General Manager of the Regina Pats is joining us, Dale Derkatch, on the show. We're kind of been streaming around and trying to find out the inside scoop before the start of the Western Hockey League season this weekend. It's here, Dale, General Manager. You've been busy making deals, and let's start right off the hop. The one yesterday, and I think if you remember, it was a few months ago when we were joking, and I said, oh, so you're going to make any deals with the Prince Albert Raiders? You get to bring in your boy, Dace Derkatch. Had a heck of a year last year for the Raiders. Special moment for you, but at the same time, you're trying to make this team better too, and Dace is going to help you guys.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Rob,
Hi, Dale.
Barney. First off, I want to say, Rhett Dawson, you're taking us back. One of my favorite receivers. I love that guy. Awesome player with the Riders. Yeah, you know what, guys, that was not a trade that I was really looking at doing at all. Even when Dace was available, I kind of took his wishes of what he said probably a year ago. He wanted to make his way on his own. So never really thought about it, thought he would end up somewhere else and get another opportunity in the league. And Brad Haroff and his coaching staff kind of nudged me the other night and said, hey, what about bringing him in? And I said, I don't know, guys, we'll have to talk to him, and see if Dace wants to do that. And after a little bit of talking, apprehensive he was, but we finally talked it over. And bottom line, we thought he'd help make our team better, not only on the ice, but in the dressing room and around the community. As they said on some of the social media, he bleeds blue blood. So he's a Pat, and happy to have him here.
Yeah. I think it's a great move. Watched him play last year a bunch, and could definitely help the team. And like you said, you got the backing of the coaches, and the coaches nudging you there. Dale, it's great how many local guys the Maddox Schultz thing aside, you're bringing in guys from Regina, from the area. I can't remember now with Days. I think the number's at 6 or 7 from the area. Was that important to you to kind of get guys from the area, bring in the Manettes, players like that, or are you just trying to put on the best team?
Well, you always want the best team, but if they're local, that's always good. They have a tie to the organization from some sort. Probably watched the team growing up and dreamt about playing in the Brand Center. It's always a good thing. And, you have to look at the team is built right now. It's not really on draft picks, right? It's on a lot of trades and bringing guys in from the outside. And the way to build a team in the Western League is through the draft, and you have guys that grow up with you. They grow up from age 15, 16, 17, and this is their team. And that's what I talk to our veteran players about. This isn't Dale Derkatch's team. It's not the coach's team. It's the players' team. And they have to get to that point where they care about each other enough that they do everything, and them getting success really comes from the team getting success. They have to put their success secondary to the team. And that's when things will turn the tide here, and I think we're moving in that direction.
I think that sounds like a lot like you're blowing smoke, but that is something true, and good coaches and good locker rooms have that, because there are, and you get to that level, there are a lot of individuals. Robbie, do you got anything here?
I saw the trade today, Dale, for Marek Schlenker. Is that any relation to a National Hockey League official and former Pats defenseman, Chris Schlenker?
I did talk to the young man. I didn't ask him that. Then I looked at some reports we had again, just to make sure and double check. I did see on one of the reports made mention of his dad, former Pat. So I am going to be talking to that young man again today. I'm going to ask him. So that might just be another tie right there. It was not done based on that. It's a little bit of a need we have right now with potential. It's not for sure. Maybe a little bit of an injury to one of our goalies where, we only have 2 goalies, and we need 2 when you're playing a game. So there's a little bit of insurance here, and we'll see how it goes moving forward.
Isn't there an import goalie, 6'6" kid that you're trying to hopefully figure out a way to get here?
We're working on that still. He is in Detroit's camp. It started out where the agent was kind of wanting him to go back to where he was last year, Tri-City in the USHL. Over the course of the summer, it warmed up a little more and more towards him coming here. In the last week or so, we've had some very good talks about now contract, how it would look, parents coming over, when to visit. So it's turned a little bit the other way. Again, the agent said, bottom line, he's going to let the young man make his decision. So let's cross the fingers and hope that happens.
Let me be the 14 millionth person to ask you about Maddox Schultz and Liam Pugh. How challenging was it to kind of map out those two seasons? Two players, 15-year-old players, two teams. I can't even imagine. I can't think of precedent for it. And then I can't think of precedent for it for one player, let alone two. That must have been a discussion, the scale of which I can't comprehend.
Yeah, a lot has gone into, first off, the residency for Liam, which was a 10-page document where probably 15 to 20 people were involved in getting that organized. Then we moved to, them signing and now a schedule, but we have to work with the Pat C's, who have been gracious enough to work with us. Many teams wouldn't take on part-time players, let's call it that. So then we had their schedule and our schedule. And what we did was we took every game possible from September 19th, our first game of the year, all the way up to February 28th. And we put everything on the calendar game-wise, both teams, and then looked at what they can't do based on, so example, if Maddox goes to the under 17, which he has a good chance of doing that, that's 2 weeks right there we have to block off. Once we did all of that, and we left the games in March alone, there's 10 Regina Pat games in March. We didn't touch those. Those are like our buffer, but that's when the C's are going to be in the playoffs. So that's another reason why we left it alone. Within that September 19th to February 28th, there were only 36 possible games for them to play.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah.
Oh, nice.
And now you're going to have to manage a little bit of this. Sometimes it had times where there's 3 games in 3 nights, C's, us, 4 games in 4 nights. We're going to have to manage that. And they may miss a game here or there. But remember, we do have the buffer games in March, which we may want and or need them to play.
Yeah.
The other thing I was wondering, Dale, how do you figure out with which team they're practicing? And as a season ticket holder, I'm wondering, was it part of the consideration, at least at one point, thinking, well, let's have most of their games at home to appease the people who are the Pats season ticket holders?
If we could have done that, Rob, maybe we would have. But like I said, it
just
ended
worked out
up
perfectly.
after we took everything. There's only 36 games total. I think it's pretty well split home and away right now. But again, like I said, they're probably going to have at times during the year a fatigue, injury, just a break. So we're going to maybe take out a game or two, and then they'll play in March, a couple of games to make up for things.
And then you got Circle K in there, and then Maddox playing for Team Saskatchewan. At the other, because he still qualifies for that. It's great. We got 30 seconds left here, Dale, and I know we'll be talking to you a lot. Expectations are the playoffs?
That's the expectation. We've talked to the vets. We've got to take another step, and that's the next step. And it's on all of us to do our part to get there. Yeah,
I love it. Like I said, we'll be talking lots, and I see you around the rink, it feels like, every day. So appreciate you taking a few minutes today, Dale, and best of luck this weekend when you fire it up.
Right on, guys. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Barney. And
Good to see you, Dale.
Right on, Rhett Dawson.
Regina Pats general manager Dale Derkatch joining us here.
Best junior hockey player ever.
Yeah, what a weapon.
Goodness,
for sure.
It was wonderful to watch him play.